So here's the demonstration of it first of all. Just let me go through this first. Is I come back into the wind up, but instead of going sideways, I step forward. So my foot comes straight, just like you would in any stepping forward motion. And once I've placed my foot, I let my toe fall in. And that allows me to wind in just a little bit deeper. So I come across just slightly deeper than I might otherwise. And as I step forward, my hand starts to do the opening up. And as I come about the middle forward, like just in the middle of the arc, I start coming back again onto that back foot. And as I do that, I'm on the heel of my foot now. And so I can turn on the heel of the foot. So my whole body can kind of open up with this. All the time I'm anchoring with this back hand. And then once I've kind of opened up and I'm back onto this back foot, I just step in. The second part of this is therefore a sideways motion. So we go into that foundation taffy to complete it. So it's like an L shape. Okay, so I'm just going to show this to you without the description now. Sink, foot comes forward, toe falls in, forward, anchoring with that back hand as I open up and close. And then of course I would just come back and across to complete the movement. So this movement again has a set of 3 of these. So here we go again. I'm just going to wind up, so I'm sweeping across. This is the start. That's the same as all the rest of them. As I do that, you can see that if you come up onto the ball of your foot a little bit, you can turn outward with your heel, and now you're all set up to step forward. Then, once I'm forward, I let my toe fall in, so I'm turning on my heel, and that allows me to just wind into this a little bit more. And as I wind in, I'm kind of winding down, like spiraling down just a bit. So I've started fairly upright, and by the time I get the step forward, the set up, and then the step forward, and then drop in, you can see I can sink just a little bit more. And then I come forward, and as I start to open up and come back, I turn on the heel and close. Now I'm going to show this to you sideways to just get one last piece of this, because as you sink into this and step forward, one of the things that sometimes can happen is if you lean forward too much into this, you see how I'm kind of forward angle on myself, you can get stuck here where it's like now your weight's too far forward here and it's difficult to come back and get that turning on your heel of the toe coming out. So it's a real good way of capturing how much you're staying on top of yourself and really leading from the Dan Chen, because as you get here, it'll be so much easier for your foot just to turn on the heel and to come back with you as you come back. And then of course the second part is a sideways motion. So you're basically doing 2 wind-ups, and then first of all going forward and back, and then completing by doing the basic taffy, the sideways motion. So let's just try this again. Foundation, wind up with a sweep, forward with the foot, and fall in. So you've just dropped in a little bit more. Forward, turning, and stepping back. So there's a closing here, but you don't stop. You just close and go right into the next one. Stepping sideways and close. Now we go the opposite direction. So wind up, step forward, forward, open, close, and sideways. Good. You really want to feel like you're coming forward from the Dan Chen, that this is the center of the movement. Right, like that. Right. So let's just go through a set of 3 of this, just as we would, and as you get into the rhythm, you'll see whether you start to get the feel or whether there's any cracks in it that show up. So here we go then. We wind up, step forward, toe falls in. Forward and back and then across to the side. You wind up again, basic Taffy. Wind up, forward, toe falls in, turn on the heel, step back, anchor, and sideways. Second time, wind up, foot goes forward, toe falls in. If you feel like you're having problems bringing this leg in or stepping back in from your forward step, like right here, if you're having trouble stepping back, there's two possibilities. One of them is you've stepped too far, like you've stepped too far to the side or too far forward. And the other one, on the forward stepping one, I'll just bring this forward again so you can see this. This is our third time through. Is that as you come back, you may not be letting your lower back flatten enough, which can also get in the way of that step back. But try starting by just shortening your step a little bit if you feel like you're getting stuck in coming back. And wind up, toe falls in. Wind up again, and to the side. There. Now I'm just going to show you the last piece of this, which is why do we call it an anchor Taffy? So I'm just going to show it from the side here for a moment. So here I go into my wind up, I sink, my leg goes forward like that, and then the toe falls in, so I get that little bit of extra turn. As I come forward like this, the back heel does not lift. So this is different than our other forward stepping motions, where instead of it being kind of the heel comes up, which would really get you potentially way further forward than would be good for you. In this case, you just feel the limitation of that heel holding, anchoring you down the back of your leg, and then that's the limit. You turn and come back. So those are the basic pieces of this.